And there's less. That's good. Hola. Hey, Aja. I know. Where are you? I want to go live with you. I haven't talked to you in forever.
Hello.
Hi, sis.
I'm putting on a hat because my hair is out of control.
Did you take your braids out?
Absolutely. I'm not allowed to cut my hair right now because I'm going to go do some spiritual shit. So I have to grow my hair till November, and that means that I'll be looking hella crazy for the next few months.
Come on. You're in your all white ensemble.
Right. Bitch, I'm in Miami right now.
Oh, what are you eating?
Sweet plantains.
Oh, I
Bitch,
love plantains. Those are my favorite.
bitch, let me tell you something. In Miami, they have everything good. The Cuban food, the Cuban waters, the...
The Cuban dick.
Bitch, I was about to say, you know that uncut Cuban PPs? I was like, ooh.
Not the uncut Cuban people.
Bitch,
I
I
was in
haven't
Fort
seen you.
Lauderdale last night.
Really, bitch?
Yeah, I was at the Manor.
Where are you now?
I'm in Huntington, West Virginia. No, Richmond, West Virginia.
Bitch, I thought you were going to say New Jersey. I was like, Brooke in
Oh
New
no,
Jersey?
no, I'm not Ariel Versace.
Bitch, Richmond is cute, though.
Bitch, this gig tonight was the fucking one. Like, they were in. I've never. That was one. It was like one of my top 5 shows ever. They were insane. It was so good.
Oh, girl, I'm so happy for you and everything you're doing. Like, you look
Oh,
so good on television. You look so good in everything. Like, bitch, you know, I've been a Brooklyn stan for fucking, like, even before you were on Drag Race.
oh, thank you.
Girl, ever since I saw the Miscontinental videos,
Mm-hmm.
like all of them, even the ones before you won, like you just always have been like that bitch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's so stressful. Like before it comes out, and you don't know what you're gonna look like or what like people are gonna think and all that bullshit. But it's been really fun.
Girl, you know what you look like? A winner. Honestly, like I'm just watching the season and like you're definitely just in my top 3 of like people I can see like carrying that moment, and I'm just like, you know what, bitch, like even without the iconic lip sync, the whole like the runways, just like, bitch, I don't know, you just look like a goddess on television. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, thank you.
You were just made to be like an entertainer.
Thank you. Well, it's what I love to do.
All right, let me stop showering you in compliments because
Yeah, seriously.
I'm being too nice.
You're being too nice. Now say something bad about me. Even
You smell like shit, and I'm just kidding.
not anymore. I just had a shower. Thank God. I did about 5 minutes ago though. Oh.
Mm. Oh, also, thank you for introducing me to those lace front eyebrows.
Oh, which one, did you have the ones that me and Plastique use?
Which ones do you guys use?
I'm going to send you the link. Bitch, they're sticking because they have a silicone backing on them, so the glue never gets in the lace.
This might be the ones that I have. They come in like a little box, and it's like a square, and they're like one on top and one on bottom. Send me the link.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. These ones are really good, except they're, well, at least because I have a huge face. I always have to draw on the ends a little bit more and like fill them in a little bit more. But like, bitch, they last for like, I've had mine probably for like 4 months now. And you just crack the glue off the back of them. They never get in the lace. They never get dirty. It's sickening.
Girl, I swear to God, and this is like sounds crazy, but ever since I posted like one photo wearing lace eyebrows, like the heightenment of people hitting me up asking me if I got FFS, if like you know the chasers hitting me up in my fucking DMs like, oh, you're so hot, where are you? I'm just there like, girl, all I did was put on a lace eyebrow, and bitch, they think I'm cunt. Okay.
They think I'm fish. I know, it's crazy. And I hate like drawing my eyebrows was my number one thing I hated in drag the most, because I have an uneven face. They're always uneven. They never look the same twice. And these ones, I know exactly what they're gonna look like. I know where to put them. And it cuts your makeup time down by like 15 minutes.
Oh, well, maybe for you because you're used to them, but for me, I'm still
When you
learning.
get used to them, yeah.
Like,
But when you get
where
used
to
to
put
them,
them.
it's like, bam. Like, you
Girl,
just put
because
them
if you
on.
glue one eyebrow straight up and then the other one like straight, bitch, you're fucked.
Yeah, you get that like, you always look suspicious.
Well, the first day I did them, I looked very surprised. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, girl, how are you? It was very that.
Yeah. I do it from like right here is where I start them, and then I bring it up outside there, and they go to about there on me, and then I just draw the ends in. So like I start on my natural brow, and then I bring it up. And
When are you coming to New York?
Oh, girl, I don't know. I don't think I think I might be in New York for Pride for one night. I think that's the next time I'm there.
You have to let me know so I can take you around. When I went to Nashville, you and Aurora got me together. So now, when you come to New York, I have to get you together.
Absolutely, yeah. It sucks as well. It's great because I'm so busy right now, but it sucks as I'm like never anywhere long enough to like do anything now.
Girl,
It's
bask
like
in it.
very in and out.
Oh, and I'll tell you this. Start stocking up on the magnesium pills because you're a dancer, bitch. Stay hydrated, girl. There's nothing worse than that morning after when you have to get on the flight and your body, your legs are just like
done.
But maybe not you, because you're a ballerina,
yeah,
so you're probably used to it.
Oh, I feel it. Like tonight I did point, and my calves they hate me right now. But I stopped drinking a week ago, so
like for good.
Probably not for good, but for like a minute, because I'm like, this is like the time where I need to hustle and like be on my shit, and I need to be focused and like have my body feeling good. And I have to tell you, like, even just in a week, like I feel so much better. Like just like I like in the mornings I'm tired, but I'm fine. Like I feel fine. Like it's so nice waking up the next day and not having a hangover.
You're so iconic and responsible. Me, like, I'm like, where's the vodka?
Well, no, like I still think I'll drink, like, but it's just mostly like when I'm working a lot and when I have like shows. Like I don't want to drink at work because I want to be like on my shit, know where my money is, like know where everything's going. Like I have to handle my business. You know.
You are so responsible and professional, but we knew that already. We knew you're that bitch, literally.
I am that bitch. I'm about the bag right now, so
girl,
the drinking will come later.
Absolutely. You're already a rich white woman. You're about to become an even richer white woman.
An even richer white woman. I got richer tonight. The tips were cute.
Bitch, give it and sell that merchandise. Give the gays what they want.
Oh, bitch, my merch is sick. Oh, I'm so happy with like my friend Steve, who's one of my booking agents, also does all my merch, and it's like he's fucking been killing it. It's amazing. Like I'm so happy with him. So,
girl, you look so happy, so good. I'm so happy for you.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm feeling good. It took a minute because like you know how it gets. It's real overwhelming at first. It's just like all the shit, and then you have so much to prepare for still, and like it's just daunting. Like it just feels like it never ends.
Well, yeah, your season's still on television, like, so it's like you're still on the show, so it's like you still have to.
I'm gonna be so sad. Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad when it's over and nobody cares about me anymore.
Oh, girl, don't say that, because honestly, like you are enough of a standout that people are going to latch onto you and never let go. Because even for me, someone who's never even gone that far in any of my seasons, like my fans have latched onto me and like are just like my fans. And it's like no matter what I do, where I go, I know they'll show up to my shows, buy my merch, that they'll like support me. So like no matter what seasons of Drag Race come after this, girl, the ones who are by you right now, they're gonna fucking be there forever.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, it's so like it just puzzles me with a lot of like girls who have been on the show and stuff. I'm like, it's so this job is hard, but it's also so easy. You just like people just want like a connection with you. They just want to talk to you. Like in the meet and greets, you just got to be nice and like. And I love the meet and greets. Like I didn't know if I was gonna like them, but I love meet and greets. I love talking to people and like getting
You
all
get,
the appreciation and stuff. It's so nice. Like it's crazy. You
yeah.
know, someone buys a ticket to come see me at a show.
Right? It
It's
feels
like
weird.
yeah, it feels weird because it's always like I've always been like on a cast or it's just been in a drag bar where a drag show is happening. It's never been like a specific like they're coming to see me literally.
Bitch, and you come from like play in Nashville, which
Mm-hmm.
it is like every time I've done like the play gigs, it's like the girls who are there, the local girls, they're doing like 7 numbers a fucking night.
Yeah.
And like, bitch, that is insane. And like you girls put so much effort into it because you change for every number. Every number's a new
Mm-hmm.
fantasy. And like, you know, so I can guarantee you that now you're probably like, girl, this
Oh, this is
this
so
is
easy. I'm like 2 numbers, okay. I'm fine, and I'm gonna do that stupid sorry not sorry disco reveal for the rest of my life. And I'm like, perfect. I don't even have to think about what I have to do now.
get it made in every color.
Every as a girl, seriously, every color. It's really cool, and yeah, but I'm so happy. Like I like my whole career up till now has been like a workhorse drag queen because now I'm just so prepared for anything.
Girl, I mean,
And like,
I wasn't doing 7 numbers a night when I was local, but I was like working almost every night, like sometimes 8, 9 times a week. So when I started
mhm.
touring, I was like, oh girl, this is fine. But bitch, as the years hit, bitch, it starts to take a toll on you. So I say when you know when you get your chance in like 6, 7 months, take your week off because you deserve it. Like,
Yeah, I think in like May and June, like, well, May and June especially, my agent calls me. He's like, "So I have you working 18 days in a row. Is that okay?" And I was like, "Well, I guess."
girl,
And
absolutely. And then when the paycheck starts to stack, bitch, it's like, you know, and in 18 days, bitch, what are you gonna be buying in those 18 days? So it's just gonna be like boop, boop, boop. And then
yeah,
you get home and you're like, oh, cute, let me deposit this real quick. And then, bitch, that's when you're like, oh, rich white woman? Yes.
yeah, it's awesome. Like after years of scrounging to finally like make a cute amount.
Girl, yeah, being a local artist of any kind, like there's
Hmm.
just not enough
It's hard.
appreciation. And, you know, it sounds silly like how much a platform like Drag Race changes someone's life, but
I know.
people really sometimes don't realize like how insanely different that is. Like from being a local entertainer to becoming this like public figure. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy.
It's nuts. Like it's just everything like just explodes, and all of a sudden, like people are so interested in everything you do, and like it's just weird. It's weird. It's I love it, but it's just weird.
Oh girl, you probably get all crazy types of attention. Like it's there's like the hot guys who are Drag Race fans, and then there's the really weird stalkery people, and then there's like the girls who like you just want to hug them because it feels like nobody's ever hugged them before. Then there's like there's the occasional crier, the shaker, uh,
Yeah,
and sometimes there's just the people who are so stoned they don't even know what's going on, but they love you and they brought you art and they brought you weed. Like it's
yeah,
literally like all different types of fucking fans.
yeah. No, I've definitely had some of those at least. I don't know. I haven't had any like crazy stalker people yet that I know of. Maybe they're just like being really stealth about it.
I only had one crazy one actually change my phone number, and that's why when I texted you and Plastique, I had
Yeah,
a different
I was
number.
like,
You were like, you DM'd me and you were like, do you have a new number? And I was like, yes, but
yeah,
that was
because I was
because
like, pretty
this
sure
guy.
I'm pretty sure I have your number because I was very like confused, and I was like, I didn't know if it was like some crazy person who had gotten my number because that's something I have to like worry about now.
Girl, well, this guy got my number was like I blocked him on the like you can block people on like the Apple bullshit, and he was DMing me, Snapchatting me, tweeting me, and I started blocking him on all social media. And then he started showing up to like all my the places I hung out, like all the bars I go to. Like he would start to kind of learn my schedule, and then like he got my number somehow, was sending me like sexual content, like all these dick pics, and like he was sending me videos of. Yeah, I mean they were all right, but like it was just the approach was just like a lot, and I was just like.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, he started, every time I did certain shows, he was, like, first person to meet and greet, and then just got to the point where I was just like, okay, I have to, like, change my number and have to back off, because he started texting me from, like, several different numbers. Every time I'll block a number, he'll text me from a new number, like, in 2-3 days.
Oh, my God.
Girl, because of that, now I just don't give my number to anyone, so.
Yeah, that's smart. Like, it's so weird. My email's not on my Instagram, but I get emails from people.
Girl, it's just the beginning.
I'm like, well, I guess I was just like, how the fuck did you find my email? And they're all like, just like nice, hi, I love you emails. But I'm just like, where did this come from?
Yeah, I've gotten those, or the I love you, will you perform in my backyard emails.
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah. I love what we do. Honestly,
it's a weird job.
We suck, but the world is great.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing. I don't know. It's just all very like surreal that it's like happening, and like I don't know. It's odd but fun. I'm not mad about it.
Do you feel like you're being received like well?
I really do. I mean, I didn't know. I was so like, and I'm an anxious person to begin with, and then I was like, oh my God, are they gonna hate me? Are they gonna love me? But like, it's been nothing but love really so far, with the occasional like stupid comment, but it's been good.
Girl, take it from me. I've dealt with terrible shit online in the worst ways possible, but honestly, like one thing I've learned, and it sounds terrible because I learned this from the worst person in the world. I learned this from Kim Kardashian. You know, she was doing 73 questions with Vogue, and like they asked her, they go, so Kim, how do you deal with what people say about you online? Because we know you read it. And she literally just turned around with her long ass weave and was like, well, as hard as it is, you just have to ignore it because what they say isn't true. And I was like, and I don't know, for some reason that stuck out to me. It's always like when somebody random says it, and it just clicked in my mind, and I was like, you know what? People can say what they want because, like, I know who I am, and my fans know who I am, and, like, whatever. Like, fuck the haters.
Yeah, like, some guy, like, commented, like, my friend posted something on Facebook, and some random guy was just like, I hate Brooke Lynn Hytes. And I was like...
For what? Like,
I was like, hi. I was like, oh, I hate you, too. Like, sure.
It's so sweet of you.
And then he went, I was like, so why do you hate me? And he was like, you just seem like you carry yourself like you're better than everybody else, and I can just tell that you're shady and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, yeah, I am shady, but we all are. So
yeah, I mean, you know, that's like the thing nowadays. For some reason, there's this expectation that we're supposed to be like one-dimensional and not have any personality other than just being nice to each other. And I'm like, no, girl, like, we're human. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're entitled to have the will to not like people or not like shit people do. And, you know, if we want to be...
I mean, and I'm not, like, malicious or vindictive. I'm just, like, we all have opinions about things, and we can all be shady and, like, a little, like, cunty and whatever. And then he went on to be, like, he was like, well, I'm a nice person. I'm a good person, like, blah, blah. And I was like, is that why you just said you fucking hated me and you've never met me? Because you're such a good, sweet person?
I think it's all projection. People who, like, try to call people out that they don't know are usually trying to, like, scream for help about a situation or issue that they have in themselves. Because, I mean, when you're walking down the street and you see somebody do something you wouldn't like to see, but it's none of your business, you don't yell at them like, oh, hey, blah, 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 because that's fucking weird. So
yeah, and this whole thing about, like, oh, people are like, I keep it real, like, I'm not a fake person. I'm like, first of all, everybody is fake at some point. Like, you go to work every day and you deal with people that you don't like. That's called being fake. That's called being professional.
Absolutely. That's true. People, You know, and people forget that, like, for the most part, like, a lot of what we do is our jobs, but like there's such a thin line between our personal lives and our work now,
Mm-hmm.
because our lives
It's
have become work.
yeah, it's crazy. And another thing, then you're totally right about the whole like people projecting, because that's something I used to do. Like I was that kid in school who I got made fun of. I was like a loser in school. Like I got fag, gay, all of that shit. And then I would go to church like I went to church like 3 times a week growing up, basically. But I was like the cool kid at church. And
That's
so for some
kind.
I know. So, but I was like the mean girl. I was the mean girl at church, and I got to take all of my anger and like everything. Yeah, I was fully. So I was like the church like mean girl bully. Like I got to take all of my anger and everything that I was dealing with from like being put down, and I got to make other people feel small because it made me feel bigger. So I know that firsthand, that's what it's really about. So
Oh yeah, the same thing happened to me when I was growing up. When I was in middle school, I was picked on for being weird, for like, you know,
mm-hmm.
I just like didn't fit in with anybody, and like the groups that I did fit in with, like we were like too ratchet, like we were just like, we were the ghetto ones. And then, you know, when I got to high school, I was just like, oh, you know, I don't want people to think low of me, and I don't want people to feel like I'm some like just some hood rat and I'm uneducated. So I started, you know, to drop my colloquialisms and put on this like mask of like Regina George style. Like I walked into high
Mm-hmm.
school like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, fuck you. And then you know, people's memories of me started to become, well, when I first met you, I thought you were a bitch, or when I first met you, I didn't like you because I
Oh,
felt,
girl, right here. Everyone says
girl,
that. They're like, yeah, it's because you kind of put on a front, and that's what I did, and then I carried that into my adult life. But it's more so, it's a lot of it is my social insecurity. Like when I walk into a room, a lot of times I get like socially awkward, and I don't want to like go up and talk to people first. So I kind of just have this like tunnel vision where I just don't look at people, or I like don't see anybody because I'm shy. Like if I don't know anybody, I
me
have a hard time like
too.
starting a conversation.
It's like people think because we're like, oh, Gia's here. Hi, Gia.
Hi, Gia.
Eat off
Ready?
for the body. Uh, people have like this conception, like misconception that because we, you know, we're like stage performers, or we're like work in entertainment, that we're these like very rambunctious beings, and our lives are like glamorous, and yes, God, and everything is mama, bitch, yes. Like I can't tell you how many people have literally initiated conversations with me on the street, like, "Hey, bitch," and I'm just like, or
Yeah.
like at the club, and it's just like, "Oh, but hey, girl," like, and it's like, "Oh,
Hi. Oh, did I lose you? Yeah. It's yeah. You're you're you're, you're cutting out. Go back inside. Go back where you were before. You're cutting out.
shit, I'm gonna have to put my phone in the
There
freezer."
we go. That's better. Yeah. No, it's very like yeah, it's weird because I'm just not like out of drag. I'm pretty shy and quiet. Like I'm not like the life of the party, like all that shit. So, but and I'm fine. Like if people come up and talk to me, I'm perfectly nice, and I have no problem like having a conversation with someone. It's just I I don't start them really ever.
Starting conversations is like really hard.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, so how are you?
It's like when you're on like your first date, and then like you like are about to say bye, and you don't know if like they're gonna kiss you, or you should kiss them, and then you're like, uh, like literally that is how much anxiety goes into me starting a conversation with someone.
Yeah, it's very that it's I don't know, it's weird, but I think I think a lot of But the point is, like, most times people's anger and meanness and weirdness is like rooted in something, is an insecurity within themselves, and they're just projecting it on other people. That's all it is.
Absolutely. But
so when you realize that, you're just like, okay, well, that's fine.
yeah, I mean, also, like, you know, once you get to that point of like, fuck it, you already just have your priorities straight, and you're just like, water under the bridge, shit happens, and girl, now it's all business time, and you know, just like building your legacy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just making your little mark, and I mean, I have such a good group of. I'm really lucky. I have such a good group of like friends around me that have been my friends forever. I have like friends from like every period of my life, from like when I was in church, like from ballet school, from my Toronto drag days, from my New York drag days, from my South African ballet days. Like, I have like at least one good friend from each of those times in my life that I'm still really close with. So,
You
I
know,
mean,
you kind of look South African.
do I? Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. South Africans are the most fucking beautiful people in the entire world.
Have you ever heard that before?
No, I've never heard that before, but I'll take it because
I know you're French Canadian. You're French Canadian, right?
No, I'm Swedish and French and Irish. Very Nordic.
I was close.
You were close, sort of. Almost the same continent.
It's, you know what? People make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We move on.
We just like went around the whole world, but we got there. Have you ever been to South Africa?
No, they're trying to book me in 2 cities. I think Johannesburg and St. Petersburg. Cape Town. Yeah, or is Cape Town in Johannesburg?
You even if they don't book you, bitch, you need to go. It is so sickening.
I want to go, but like the thing is, the time they want to book me, no tea, but all tea. It's just like, you know, the airline that I fly, all of their business class is already sold out for those times, and there is no way I'm getting on. I'm not flying to South Africa and coach, because if you've ever flown like 15, 16 hours in coach, then you know the fucking, like, what it does to your body. So like, imagine being on tour and then like being tired and then like expecting to perform the day after you land. Like, it's like,
oh,
hell.
You can do it. Trust me. I've made that trip about 15 times, and every time I've been in coach.
Jesus Christ.
I've flown all over the world in coach. What you do is you get you a nice Xanax, and you get you a good whiskey. You take the Xanax and you take the whiskey, and then nothing matters. That plane could be crashing and you'd be good.
Maybe that's what it is. I've always had such a like really bad aerophobia. Like, when I tell you, Brooke, I know everything about planes now, because my fear of flying has led me to do as much research as I can to know, like, what are the safest planes? What are the models you ride? What are the statistics? Like, how successful has this brand been? Like, what are the comparisons? Oh yeah, there's certain flights that like have been booked for me, and I hit up my managers like, I love you, but like we have to reschedule this flight because I'm not getting on a McDouglas like 75. Like, I'm not getting on that.
Yeah, I mean,
and if it has propellers, absolutely not.
I always love when they like come around. They're like, so in the event of an emergency, are you willing and able? I'm like, bitch, in the event of emergency, we're gonna be dead.
Girl, and there's been some times too, like, I remember I was so exhausted, and like I was going to Brazil, and we had used our little global certificates to upgrade, and we got our first class seats, didn't have to pay for them, and it was lovely. Mid-flight, we just had dinner. There was all these people on the edges. We started going through crazy turbulence, and the fucking people at the windows start opening the windows, and of course they all start taking photos because there's a massive thunderstorm happening outside. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and girl, when I tell you, I stood up, and we had like 9 hours left. I stood up, and like literally I got so drunk, and then I tried to go to sleep, but then my heartburn kicked in because my body sucks. And like, girl, that is my experience of flying.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm kind of like, I've always wanted to say that back to the flight attendant and be like, you know, if we have an emergency landing, we're probably going to be dead. But I feel like they would kick me off the plane if I said that to them.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you why I don't ride McDouglas's. When I first started touring, you know Candy, right? Candy Muse?
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started touring, Candy was assisting me, and I had a gig in Seattle. And it starts off, actually, that we had a direct flight, but our third roommate, because we were living together at the time, was being petty, and she didn't wake us up in time for the flight, and we missed all of our alarms. So she was up the whole time. So she comes in, and she goes, weren't you guys supposed to leave like 30 minutes ago? And I was like, oh, bitch, now you say something. Fast forward to we have to reschedule the flight. There's no directs that will get us there in time. So we have to take 2 flights. Our first flight is going to fucking Minneapolis, and we get on this McDouglas whatever. Girl, we're taking out of JFK, and it is like 10 a.m., and our plane is going up and up, and then it just starts to shake, and all you hear is, and like, we're looking out, the water's getting closer, and I'm just like, oh my God. The plane starts to shake again, it goes up again. And I look at the flight attendant, and this is when you know that shit is popping. She's sitting down, her leg is shaking, there's a tear dropping from her eye, and it's sweat. And I said, no. I was like, no, this is not good. And like Candy is crying, her hands are crying because she's sweating so much. And I'm there, my heart is racing. And bitch, when I tell you, we were literally like, at some point, the guy went on the thingy, and he was like, brace for impact.
No.
But then the I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was like a wind current that just like helped us go up. Girl, I don't know what the fuck happened. All I remember was like we went through straight turbulence for like 25 minutes after that. And then he said, like usually you would get into the 10,000 mark where it goes, and like that's when I feel safe. But like you usually get there in like 5-10 minutes. Girl, a half an hour later, we've just now hit 10,000 feet. I could not go to sleep. I could not go to sleep on that flight either.
Bitch, this one time when I was on tour with my ballet company, we were flying into Palm Springs. And the plane, and it was really windy. And so the plane goes, we literally touched down, and then we took off again. Like, it was like, boop, boop. And the whole plane, we were all like, oh yeah, we're here, yeah, yeah. And it was like really bad turbulence coming down. We were all like laughing, like, oh, gag, we're about to like land finally. And then it went, whoop.
That is so awkward.
The whole plane just went silent.
That's scary.
People started crying. Someone threw up. And because the guy was like, yeah, so the wind's really bad here, so we're going to have to try this again. And I was like, okay.
Girl, I feel fortunate, knock on all the fucking wood in this hotel room, if any of it is real, that I can say that I have been on like a million planes, and I have never, like, the worst I've ever had to deal with was the flight was delayed, besides that one McDouglas that I will never get on again. So, yeah. I've never even lost a suitcase, which I've heard people have horror stories about losing suitcases.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever lost a suitcase either. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I love fucking Delta though.
Girl, I didn't want to pledge my allegiance earlier because I didn't know if you was flying Delta or not. But Delta is the best airline if you're like flying nonstop, which you are. Girl, once you hit that diamond fucking medallion, bitch, nothing fucking matters. Just like literally. It's like, oh, you can literally say I'm a diamond, and like, girl, they'll fucking lick your ass. Like, it's like that sounds terrible. I sound really bougie, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like people, like if you go into the airport and like you have no status or allegiance to an airline, they're just like, can I help you? But like the minute they pull up your name and it says like, you know, bam, diamond medallion, they're like, thank you so much for being a diamond medallion. Your service is always appreciated. Oh, can we help you? Like, it's like very like, it's just so nice.
Yeah. I'm almost at platinum.
Bitch, watch. I'm telling you. Oh, also, if you ever have a problem, like, and you have to, like, cancel a flight or, like, rearrange it, when you're Diamond, you can change your flight in 24 hours with no charge. That has saved me many a nights where I wanted to sleep in. Just, like, text the promoter, like, hey, girl, I'm actually going to take the flight after, and no charge. I end up leaving later. Like, it becomes a blessing.
Yeah, I'm super excited. You got to use the lounge at Platinum, right?
No, you actually have to like become when you become Diamond, you can get the lounge membership as one of your package. Like they give you like a choice of different gifts. So what I usually do is for Platinum, I pick 4 regional upgrades, which gives you upgrade certificates for all domestic flights, including Hawaii and Alaska. Then for Diamond, you get 3 benefits. I always choose the 4 global upgrades, and I always save them for Asian or Australian flights because those are the worst to fly. But then I use 2 of my benefits on an executive membership for the lounge, because on an executive membership, you get to bring 2 guests in. So if you're ever traveling with anybody or like you have people with you, girl, come to the lounge right here, bomb. Because there used to be a thing that you could like just pay like $27, but now you can't. And the only way to get in the lounge is if you're an American Express card holder or
I'm a card holder. I have 2 American Express Delta cards.
Oh, girl, then you good. You could just. I mean, they're gonna make you
No,
pay.
they said I couldn't. I was like, I have like a card. They were like, that'll be $27. I was like, oh, I don't want to pay for it.
That's
come in.
fees.
Yeah. I got those. Yeah, I got those right away. Those are my credit cards now. I switched over from the good old Southwest Chase card.
I didn't even know Southwest had a card.
Oh yes, ma'am. I love me some Southwest too. Southwest got me. That's what got me around before all this shenanigans started.
I like Southwest sometimes, but then I got scared ever since that one lady got sucked out the window. What?
I remember that. Oh my god.
Girl, I almost was on that flight. Like, it was from New York to Texas, right? No, it's Texas to New York. It was one of those. I almost was on that flight. So I was very happy and fortunate that I wasn't, because, bitch, if that would have happened on my flight, girl, I would have never stepped foot on a plane. Oh, I got a gig in LA. Oh, I have a week to get there. I'm starting to walk right now. Bitch, I would have been walking.
Yes, ma'am. No, Tu Wong Fu, thank you for everything. I'll be there in a week.
Road trip, honestly.
Bitch, the only road trip. Yeah, no, I feel you. And I never wear my seatbelt on a plane. So ever since that happened, I'm like, buckle up.
Bitch, the fuck you mean you don't wear a seatbelt?
Where am I going?
You never landed and the plane was just like, the gravity just makes you be like you're on the Titanic, but like flying away?
No.
Well, that's because you also
Not
like
that
6
much
foot.
I need to have a seat.
You like 6'7", so maybe
I never put my phone on airplane. None of that.
You don't put your phone on airplane mode?
No, why?
Bitch, I don't know. What if it fucks with the GPS and we fly directly into the center of the ocean?
Bitch, if my phone can affect an airplane, then there's a big problem there. Like, I don't buy that. I think that's bullshit.
True. But you know what? I still get so scared. Like, I don't know how to, I just don't know. No.
Yeah, I was flying with my friend and he was like, why did you turn off your phone? And I was like, I'm checking my emails. We're like at 10,000. We're almost at like 10,000 feet. He was like getting nervous. I was like, it's fine. Like,
girl,
okay.
I'm never riding a plane with Miss Brooke. Because I will be there like, hey, girl, what's that? Puts your phone on airplane mode. Girl,
I'll do it tomorrow for you.
Well,
I'll put on my seatbelt. I'll put my plane on airplane mode and watch it crash.
Girl, that's fierce. Where are you going tomorrow?
I go to Cincinnati, Ohio.
I was about to be like, where's that?
Yeah, girl. Cincinnati, and then back to Nashville Wednesday for like less than 24 hours. Then I go to Chicago for Roscoe's.
Wow.
I love Roscoe's. I'm so excited. And then
I
I go
love
to
Roscoe's too.
Edmonton, and then I go to LA.
You just say Roscoe's to Edmonton to LA. You know what that sounds like to me? Stress.
Dress.
Girl,
I don't even mind airports. Like, I actually kind of love airports.
the airports are not that bad. Like, to be honest, I think the worst part itself is the flying and the time changes. Like, once the time starts changing, like, that's when I'm just like, am I in another universe? Because
as long as I'm in a window seat, I really don't give a fuck. I love a good window seat because you can curl up and like get in that corner, and you have something to rest your head against. And I'm like, okay, I'm good.
yeah, I have to do window seats. Also, because if I want to take a nap and people are deciding that they want to pee every 5 seconds, I'm not getting up. I'll be like, bitch, piss yourself.
That's
Is that
not
wrong?
No, it's not wrong at all.
Okay,
I'm the
because
same way. I always get window seat.
Who's over
absolutely
there?
not. Oh, this is my hype man, Shiloh. Say hi, Shiloh.
Hi,
You're lovely, just so you know.
Terrell. Terrell's on here. Hi, Terrell.
Hello, Terrell.
Terrell, I love your channel so fucking much. Do you watch his YouTube channel, Terrell
Oh,
Grice?
girl, we stand
I'm
in this house.
obsessed. I want to do a reaction video with you so badly.
I feel like that would be
I have a
crazy.
long list of things we can watch that I would like you to see. We're going to watch some Shoshana Bean. We're going to watch some, oh God, some Yolanda Adams. She always
Oh,
gives me
yes.
fun.
Girl, you know who I just got into, and I feel like so late to the party, but I really just got like heavily into Tiffany Haddish. And
Oh, yeah, she's good.
girl, she is me. Like, she's hysterical. And like, everything she does just makes me question why I haven't reacted that way to things in life.
Yeah. No, she's hysterical. I finally watched that movie Girls Trip.
Girl,
I didn't think I was going to like it, but I was like, okay, this bitch is really funny.
girl, she made that movie. Like, I love Regina Hall.
When she breaks the bottle.
When she said, you fucking Gladys Knight. Bitch, she sent me. I was just like, not Gladys fucking Knight.
You're fucking Gladys Knight.
That and when she was like, when she was giving them absinthe.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
One of my favorite movies ever still is Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh,
Did you ever watch that one?
absolutely. I love like the whole like Medea series. Even though Medea wasn't like the main, was she? No, it's the other. I was thinking about the other one with the hot grits. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Medea was in that movie, right?
Yeah, she was in that movie. I feel like that was like the first like Tyler Perry movie. Maybe not, but it was like one of like the first like big ones.
All I know is that the family reunion one, that's the one with the hot grits. The family reunion one got me together when no, I'm thinking of a different one again. The one where they was divorcing and she went to her house. She went to like the guy's new house and they were going through all their shit. Girl, I can't tell which movie is which anymore.
I think that was Diary of a Mad Black Woman because that one's where she gets the chainsaw and she starts taking all the furniture in half.
There we go.
And then and then he's in the wheelchair and she pushes him into the tub.
Yes, okay. That was the one where he, at the end, was like all fucked up. And he's like, help me, baby, please. And she's just like, fuck you.
And that's the one where like Shamar Moore is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trying to be like a thug. And it's just like, no.
Girl, it took me years to realize that Regina Hall was Brenda from Scary Movie.
Sandy, the TV's leaking.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy, she said, Sandy, the TV's leaking.
Sandy, that's a skunk.
Do you ever go back and watch movies that you like loved as a teenager, as a kid, and you're like, oh my God, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life?
High key, yes, but also everything I've ever watched in my life was to invoke the emotion of sadness because I've always had a problem like crying. So then like when I would watch movies, I would have no problem crying.
Oh, do you know what movie that I can? There's two movies I can't watch because they make me so sad. One is Patch Adams with
I've
Robin
never seen it.
Williams. Oh, bitch, you want a good cry? And the other is fucking Dead Poet Society. Oh, okay.
Shiloh, what are you doing?
She's having a moment.
Are you doing yoga?
Something.
It was something.
Say one.
What movies have I cried to? I've definitely cried to, like, you know, the typical shit, like The Notebook.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Oh my God, have you seen Acrimony?
No.
That movie was fucking crazy. It's like about
Did you
this
watch-
chick. Go ahead.
Oh, did you watch Game of Thrones?
No, I don't watch Game of Thrones. No, am I wrong? Should I start watching it? Everybody's like getting on me.
Yes. When I tell you it is the fiercest show, I know it's so like basic, like everyone's like obsessed with it, but it's literally that good. It's so good. And this last episode sent me all the way through it. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I couldn't. Like, it's so fucking good. It's
I
the
feel like
best.
I'm gonna have to like catch up. Aren't they like on the 10th season?
It's the 8th, ain't it?
8th season. Yeah, it's gonna be a moment. Like, it's a commitment, but it's worth it. Like, it's a good thing to like start binge watching. Like when you have some time. Because girl,
I tend to do that because I remember, and the show was not even that good, but remember that one time I went on a huge like marijuana binge for like 2 days, and I just smoked like almost an ounce by myself, and then I ended up watching the entire first 2 seasons of Riverdale back to back, and I don't know why I did it, but I was so high that I was so interested in everything that was happening, and like everybody was like, "Ew, why are you watching Riverdale? Like that's a choice," and I'm just there like, bitch, high as hell, eating cereal and nothing else. Like,
if you have 2 days off, start watching it. Get high as fuck and watch Game of Thrones. And it's like those good hour episodes. So you get like you sit down and it's so good.
how long is the seasons?
10 episodes a season.
Okay, that's not that bad. That's like what, like 80 hours
hours.
of my life.
Yeah, it's fine. Like when you just have a couple days off to chill, like you will get so fucking into it. Like, oh, like the characters, and you never, and people just die. Like main characters, you're like, okay, he's gonna be around for a while. Fucking dead. You just never know what's gonna fucking happen. It's crazy.
Just like every
But
major relationship in my
speaking of
life.
horrible movies that I used to love, and I went back and watched them. I just rewatched Honey with Jessica Alba.
Oh no!
Oh, bitch.
What did you think?
I was very uncomfortable watching Jessica Alba try to be like a girl from the hood.
Oh, you know what? Now that we're bringing that conversation up, there's one thing that I always say, and I always have to commend you for, is not doing that weird like act like a black girl shit in the Black Panther scene, because I felt like they were really trying to stimulate you to like be sort of like extremely colloquial, and I was just like, but that's not Brooke's character, and I think you did very well, and I don't think you had to act stereotypically black or like to fulfill that part. So like, I don't know, honestly, I know you can't comment much on it, but that episode of Drag Race to me was so awkward because I was like, why are they trying to get these white girls to like do that? Like, it's just I was just like, what the fuck? But
I was probably about as awkward as Jessica Alba being like, yo girl, what's fly? Why you tripping, boo?
But honestly, like, see, like, I mean, I if you saw Honey now and you're like, what the fuck, then you get
like,
it.
I was like, who wrote this script? Like, did you just take every, like, kind of, like, slang and, like, try to put it into, like, a sentence? Like, yo, why you be tripping on my homies, bro?
Girl, nobody in their head talks like that.
I know, I was like, this is so, like, it was awkward. And the only movie that probably tops it for awkwardness would have to be Save the Last Dance with good old Julia Stiles.
Girl, that was a
This
carry.
move,
Girl, when what about when the way that she dressed, well, the way they had her dressing, they gave her those like little like crimpy curls when they went to like the club, and like
and
she was the only white girl at the club.
and just her trying to do hip hop, and they're all like, "Yeah, go Julia," and I'm like, "No." But when I watched her younger, I was like, "Oh my god, she's such a great dancer."
Oh my god, I guess I love. You know, it's funny because before you guys went to film, two of the girls on your season sent me the list of costumes, like, and they were like, oh, like, you know, like, could you help me come up with some ideas? And I was reading them, and then when it came to Black Panther, I was like, I know Wakanda. It was like Wakanda realness, and I was like, wait, what? So when I saw that, I was like, that's what that was used for. Okay.
Yeah.
That one confused me, and the witch thing confused me. But then when I saw it on TV, it made more sense.
Oh, which please, yeah. Yeah, it was very. Yeah, it was not my, for sure, not my favorite challenge. I would have to say.
But you as the mummy, though, that was con. Like, I was just like, honestly, like, give it.
It was just hot glued to my body, just wrapping strands of. It was like a cat suit with shit glued to it. It was great.
Queen of Sacrifice.
I stood in my apartment and Aurora like hot glued straps to my body for like an hour.
I love Aurora.
I love Aurora too.
She is.
She had a blunt in one hand and a glue gun in the other, and she was having a good old time.
Isn't that how you're supposed to do it, though? That's literally like the essence of stoning or gluing anything in drag is how mentally inebriated can I get right now and complete this task?
Yeah, it was very that. It was, yeah, that was fun. I've loved all my runway looks so far. I don't like my Daisy look, but
I loved it, but I don't know if it's because like I just love like that kind of like 70s Woodstock kind of like era. So like I really liked it.
Yeah, the things I did not like about it is I did not like because I didn't like the way it fit in my waist because it made me very boxy. Like it didn't go in enough at the waist for me, and I also didn't like the fact because that fringe was such a fucking bitch. Like because it wasn't normal fringe. It would. Did I lose you? Are you there? Are you there? Sean. Oh, she left. She left me like that. Okay. Well, bye, Aja. She froze. She can come back on. Well, she gone. Oh, maybe her phone died. I bet that's what it was. Oh, anyway, you guys. I love you all. I need to go to bed. Aja, it was good talking to you, girl. Mwah. Good night, everybody.